bringing Israel to the world. This is IBN News.
In for Susan Michaels, I'm Joe Israel. In his first UN address since his swearing in, Iran's new president slammed U.S. sanctions imposed on the nation as a mechanism of war. President Ibrahim Raisi said sanctions are a crime against humanity. Raisi also referenced the January 6th insurrection on Capitol Hill and the scenes at Kabul airport last month, saying, "Today the U.S. does not get to exit Iran and Afghanistan, but is expelled." U.S. President Joe Biden has made it clear he wants to salvage the nuclear deal with Iran that President Trump withdrew the U.S. from. The leader of the U.S. House of Representatives Appropriation Committee introduced legislation to provide $1 billion to Israel to replenish its Iron Dome missile defense system, a day after the funding was removed. Some of the most progressive House Democrats had objected to the provision and said they would vote against a broad spending bill. The removal led Republicans to label Democrats as anti-Israel. Representative Rosa DeLauro, sponsor of the bill, said, "While this funding would ordinarily be included in a year-end spending package, we're advancing this legislation now to demonstrate Congress' bipartisan commitment to Israel's security as part of the Middle East lasting peace." House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said that he would bring the Iron Dome bill to the House floor later this week. Sudanese authorities have taken control of lucrative assets that for years provided backing for Hamas, which served as a haven for Palestinian militant groups under the former leader, Omar al-Bashir. With this move, Hamas has lost a foreign base where members and supporters could live, raise money, and channel Iranian weapons and funds to the Gaza Strip. Sudan's transitional leaders consider themselves the exact antithesis of Bashir in regional terms. They said they want to sell themselves as components of new security and order in the region. And Moderna chief executive Stéphane Bancel says the coronavirus pandemic could be over in a year. As increased vaccine production ensures global supplies, he says enough doses should be available by the middle of next year so that everybody on this earth can be vaccinated. Vaccinations will soon be available even for infants, he said. I'm Joe Israel.
IBN, Israel Broadcast Network.